It's the NRT Insider on NRTV, where we talk directly to the artists about their latest projects, passions, and what's currently driving them in their ministry. Let's go inside on the NRT Insider, exclusively from NewReleaseTuesday.com.
I love that analogy of being bigger than the music. We want to be hope for people, just specifically hope, and point them in the direction they need to go, especially orphans. I mean, we're all orphans, and Jesus has chosen to adopt us, each one of us.
Absolutely. Right. I'm an adopted kid, and I honestly can look at that picture very clearly, or that analogy, because without my parents, who knows where I would be? But God put me with these two amazing people from Grand Rapids, Michigan. They raised me. They gave me a great life. I learned about Christ through them. I had a passion for music through them. So it's true. I mean, God adopts us all. And it's kind of a cool thing to be involved in, for sure.
Well, hey, guys, congratulations. New Release Tuesday presented you with a We Love Award for the video for Kings and Queens, man.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
We actually were laughing at that because we were sitting at home and we hadn't even got out on the road yet. We had made a record. We'd done some work, but we hadn't even really toured. We hadn't really done anything. And we're like, we're already getting awards. What? This is crazy.
Well, it's fan-voted, man, so congratulations.
Well, thank you. That's unbelievable.
That is awesome.
Thank you to all the fans out there. We love you, and we can't wait to get out there and rock in front of you.
First time I heard the song, I was blown away, and I'm like, really? You got to be kidding me. It was amazing, and the song, Will, tell me about the writing process in this. Where did it come from? Was it from time and experience in Haiti?
You know what? I think a lot of the heart of Audio Adrenaline has been just our mission's heart. Mark's parents growing up in Mark being around missions his whole life. And when we were in Bible college, when we first started, his parents went off to Haiti and left Mark at college. And so they've been missionaries on and off to Haiti since 2008, 1978. Gosh, I was way off. And then, you have this thing sort of rekindled, and it's all around orphans. There's a give back to Hands and Feet Project. It's our label partner, and, we have Fair Trade Services and those guys to market this thing. But, we wanted to connect this thing to Hands and Feet at such a deep level, and that's how Mark Stewart is involved. So, from Mark, he was able to be in the sweetest seat ever. He could executive, produce this thing. He could help write. He could lyrically and thematically kind of help direct this thing with Kevin and myself and others, and so I think it's just been a thread that God has had throughout Audio A forever, and we wanted to really retain a great part of the heart of what audio always was for the fan. We wanted songs that were bridges that could connect to the old and bring in new people. And to me, Kings and Queens is the biggest single Audio A has ever had. We've never had a song come out of the box like this. So it's so anointed. It's so such a gift, And Kevin was able. He might be able to share more about this, but he was able to really challenge one of his dear friends who used to be a dancer in DC, Juan Otero. And he's a dear friend of mine, too. He's a dear friend of Mark. He was abandoned as well. So just all the redemptive stories at play here. And I'll let Kevin pick it up from there and kind of share how he talked to Juan about this song.
Juan Otero used to dance for us. Grew up in Michigan as well. Was a product of he was a product of a family that abused him emotionally and physically. Lived a very rough life and came out on the other end and really, turned his life over to Christ. Throughout those years traveling with us in DC Talk, it was amazing to see him grow. We went through some tough times with him too. I feel like I'm his brother because we've been through so many verbal and physical altercations.
Wow! Because
he went through so much. And yet we were so alike, and so we've always been kind of like these brothers from a different mother. And I went to him when I heard that we wanted to write a song for Hands and Feet. I actually went off and wrote a song, and I don't know if Will remembers this, but I wrote a song and came back with it, and everybody loved it, but it was so Beatle-esque. It sounded like a Beatles tune. And
I remember that.
Everybody was like, you know what? It's a little too much like the Beatles. Let's do something a little bit more for radio. and I've been so far out of the radio zone, specifically for Christian music. I didn't know how to write a Christian radio song. So I went to Juan and I said, hey, how about you cooking up a song that I could like speak into, and we write this song for Hands and Feet, and we write an anthem for these orphans. And so he came back with a couple of different writers, and which became Kings and Queens.
It's the title cut, Kings and Queens, from Audio Adrenaline.